Hi, and welcome back to Section 4, Team 2, Karen Cash and Daniel Van Zanten's presentation on the MGM Resorts International. Picking up in Part B, where we ended on Part A, we're looking at the five-force analysis of the MGM, and we'll be focusing on the suppliers. MGM Grand Las Vegas and the MGM Grand Macau are two of the world's largest casinos. The MGM Las Vegas employs roughly 44,600 full-time employees and approximately 15,000 part-time employees. The MGM Macau has almost 6,000 full-time employees, and the MGM consistently and openly accepts supplier solicitations regarding casino and gaming operations, facility and engineering, food and beverage, hotel, and corporate needs. So suppliers are always in the mix, and the MGM is looking for their best deal. So new entrants into the gaming market in competition with the MGM Resorts International is Caesars Entertainment Corporation, and Caesars Palace is spending $75 million into the remodeling of the original Roman Tower and to the newly renamed Julius Tower. This will affect more than 580 rooms and suites, which will be remodeled. A new $7 billion property called the Resorts World Las Vegas is planned to have 3,500 rooms and be the biggest casino in Las Vegas. It's scheduled to open sometime in 2018. And then you have the Pinta Building Group, who intends to open the Lucky Dragon in late third quarter, early fourth quarter of 2016. The Lucky Dragon will be a 200-room property with several restaurants and an approximate 19,000 square foot casino. So these are new entities in Las Vegas, Nevada. So MGM has to constantly be on its toes watching out for substitute products. And there's two types of substitute products we're going to look at right now. Each of these needs to be dealt with, the introduction of substitutes, with concern, and it must be monitored, and if discovered, it must be reacted to swiftly and with severe repercussions. The first area is the introduction of phony counterfeit gaming pieces, or the laundering of currency. Now, the gaming pieces, each casino has their own, but there have been known replications, as you can see in the image below, of a gaming token, or a poker chip as they're often referred to. And hopefully people, by introducing these, are actually stealing revenue directly from the casino they're operating from at no loss or expense to themselves, other than the creation of the fraudulent token. The other substitute problem that casinos have to be aware of, and more so the entertainment or their amenities and hoteling, is the loss of patrons to substitute facilities, such as new patrons to the MGM Resort who possibly had a poor experience at Las Vegas Sands or possibly Caesars Entertainment Group. If there was a difficulty with their room, disappointment in the quality of their accommodations, that chose to give MGM Resort International a try, and hopefully will stay with the MGM Resort. So the loss of patrons to other casino chains, either due to lack of attention or a more lucrative offer, is always of risk and concern, as repeat customers are the name of business when you're looking in the gaming and resort industry. So when we look at interfirm or MGM companies that are in competition with each other, I've chosen to look at the MGM Grand, the Bellagio, and the Luxor. These three properties are part of the MGM Resort International stable of properties and can literally see each other from their different vantage points along Las Vegas Boulevard in Nevada. The MGM Grand, the Bellagio, and the Luxor are all considered prime locations in the gambling mecca, and cater to three very different types of clientele, even though each offers variations on the same amenities. The close proximity forces of these three establishments forces the properties to continually stay on their toes in regards to customer service, the technology that they're importing, and the amenities which they use to bring back clients year after year. The MGM is based on the Wizard of Oz and the Emerald City. The Bellagio is reminiscent of a small village in Italy, in Bellagio. And the Luxor is probably the most obvious, and that's based on an Egyptian pyramid and pharaoh scheme or theme, which has a single source of light that penetrates the Las Vegas skyline in the evening and can be seen from miles around. So stock prices, a 3-year review. The competitors reviewed were, of course, the MGM, Caesars, the Las Vegas Sands, and the Wynn. And you can see how the variations occurred over a 3-year period from April 2013 through April 2016. They all seem to go up at the same time and drop at the same time. So it's not just one property that's doing well. When they're all doing well, they're all doing well. So that needs to be kept in mind. Performance and liquidity is an important factor for all things. And right here you can see the balance sheets for liquidity ratios for the MGM and Caesars, as well as the Las Vegas Sands and the Wynn down below. The overall big winner here is traditionally the Las Vegas Sands. The MGM has some work to be doing as it moves ahead. The MGM for financial performance, the MGM has relatively good liquidity. Caesars did deceivingly well in 2015. This happened to be due to a Chapter 11 bankruptcy of their operating company, their Caesars Entertainment operating company. And the Las Vegas Sands appears the most stable of the four competitors due to liquidity rates and increasing cash ratios, which they're protecting. So the MGM competitor analysis, we look at some of the company goals of each of the entities. The keys for success, relevance, and competitiveness in the market. The MGM is looking at expansion. Caesars is hoping to come out of a court ordered investigation for alleged fraudulent activity with some form of final judgment in their favor, and then initiate reorganization of their company. The Las Vegas Sands is aggressively looking at expansion in China and with in specifically Macau, direct competition to the MGM at that location. But they're not looking at doing any vast improvements to their Las Vegas properties, which could be detrimental. The Wynn is looking for expansion both domestically and internationally in the Chinese market in the Kota area of Macau. So, the MGM Resorts International has some company goals. They want to provide a total resort experience for their customers. They want to include first-class accommodations and dining at all their locations, as well as world-class entertainment, state-of-the-art meeting and convention facilities, and high-quality gaming and retail experiences. So the MGM began operations in 1987. It became the MGM Mirage in 2000 after acquiring the Mirage Resorts. The MGM gained its name based on the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer movie studio, which the owner of that studio was Kurt Corcoran, who owned Tresenda Corporation, which also was a major stockholder in the MGM, and thus that's where the name came from. MGM has various other interests in Atlantic City as well as Elgin, Illinois, where they're half stakeholders in casinos at that location, as well as the MGM China Holdings Limited, which owns the MGM Macau. So Key resources and capabilities. MGM's three main core competencies are internal operations, which has to do with providing high quality customer service through ongoing training and development. Branding. The MGM line is a highly recognizable brand that offers an assortment of experiences and allows patrons through a reward program to experience additional things that are important to them. And then we look at things such as innovation, and technology. MGM anticipated the needs of its customers and is deploying and has successfully deployed the largest Wi-Fi network in the hospitality industry. That way, the same network covers all of their properties, and customers never lose their level of connectivity that they want. MGM also has found that they can earn 51% approximately of their final net revenue through non-gaming activities, and that happens to be seeing shows or going to sporting events, dining experiences, and nightlife, either through nightclubs or DJ dances in their facilities, entertainment, restaurants, and nightlife. Some of the key problem areas that they need to look for. The MGM really has to focus on their financial position while developing and managing a diverse mixture of investments. And they need to look at updating their existing casinos, building new ones, implementing new activities and initiatives, and focus on reducing long-term debt. Big problem. So some of the suggestions we have, or recommendations for the MGM that we have, are the MGM should strive for strategic agreements or alliances. That way there's more people carrying any kind of load. You can kind of divide and conquer that way, and we suggest Southwest, Hyatt, Avis, and Royal Caribbean as three companies to work with. We'll talk a little more on this option. Second recommendation would be to continue to grow its market presence in China and in India, where we see a gross domestic product that will be growing over the next several years and on through 2026. So a 10-year growth potential there. May not be huge, but it's consistent and steady, and that's what's important in this market. Third recommendation is MGM should work on not only expanding their on-land gaming activities, but their online gaming activities, as there are a large number of countries within the world that don't allow on-land or brick-and-mortar casinos to exist, but they allow their residents to have online gaming experiences, which is important. But our best option, we feel, for the MGM is to develop and strengthen existing strategic agreements as well as develop new alliances. So, as we said, Avis and Southwest, those are trusted leaders in their field that they could partner with. Brand recognition on a global scale. Hyatt and Royal Caribbean cruise lines are known globally for their performance and their great product. All of these organizations have a long history, a proven track record, and are leaders in their specific industries. And then they can reach out to their customer base with similar goals, objectives, and finances to spend on discretionary goods, which means all will benefit from a partnership and alliance at this program. So next time you have the opportunity, I would suggest taking some time and go see this sign. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, home of the MGM Resorts International. Thank you for Karen Cash and Daniel Van Zandt.